Alright fellas, here back on our Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. I guess I've technically made one before for this event. But we've got ourselves the Wo-Chien shiny raid here we're going to be doing today in the video. I'm just here to like kind of look at see like what it's got and stuff. So first let's go back over to the game. And let's take a look here. See, should be able just to go to Poke Portal and update the game. I don't think you shouldn't need any I guess I guess I should probably connect internet first. But should not need like Nintendo Switch Online or anything like that. We should be fine to go without it. As long as we got that, we should be good. Yippee. Anyway, okay. Communicating, thank you. Now saving, appreciate it. Connected to the internet, so good. Connected to the internet. I guess they did pop up the news, so let's go ahead and check the news. You've connected to the internet and received the latest updates. Sick. I guess we can also look like at the actual news because they'll load it up here. Yeah. So, challenge the shiny tablets of ruin. Let's actually take a look there at that, see like what it is going to tell us about. Is it going to give us any extra information? August 3rd, shiny Wo-Chien appears in its Tera raid. Yeah, we know that. Okay. Every 100,000 player victories exceeding 1,000,000. So we get some Tera shards, yippity doo. Feature Pokemon with a grass Tera type. Receive it via mystery gift. I think it's a few days. Yeah, August 8th to September 30th. If we do enough raids. So we got to get this done by August 3rd. We're going to be doing a few in this video just to see how it goes. You can connect your Nintendo Switch account. Yeah, claiming mystery gifts. It says, okay, connect your Switch to the internet. Must be link to a Nintendo account. Takes 1.5 hours to unlock it. So yeah, it says, it doesn't say you need any Switch Online or anything. Which I've never needed it before, so I wouldn't imagine why you would now. And we know how Tera raid battles work. Okay, sure. Yeah, for other trainers. If you want to play with other people, like you can do it that way, but I'm not going to. Let's go take a look. So I'm currently in Paldea. I do not know. We could probably look at Kitakami and Blueberry Academy, see like what's there. But let's see if we can find any like event exclusive grass type raids around here. This could be it. We'll set this as the destination and go there. By the way, this is my first time actually playing Scarlet and Violet after the Switch 2 update. And the game, I mean, I just look at that. Look how fast the game actually boots, dude. That's insane. Wow. That's insane. That's actually absurd. I already did the Pokedex like probably a few months before the Switch 2 actually dropped, so I don't actually really need anything out of Scarlet and Violet other than like stuff like this with custom raids. There it is. Wo-Chien. Alright. So it's a grass type 5-star raid. A 5-star raid is not difficult. We should not have any problems with pretty much anyone. My Salamence is a Dragon Tera type. So is Rayquaza. Shouldn't matter, but I want to get someone who is of a more advantageous type. We could go Beam, Flying Tera type. We could go someone else. Let's see. I use all of these for different fights. Let's see. We could go Wrath, Dark type. That's my Chiempao. Sure. Train Pokemon. This is probably a better one to go for. Who would have had it? Probably no Charizard's Dragon, I remember. Yeah, okay. We could probably go for the Azumarill. To see how the Azumarill does. The Azumarill will be very funny. Sure, you know what? Let's try it. Let's try the Azumarill. The old class, even though it's water type, it is water type. Let's try it. The old classic belly drum strat. See how it goes and challenge it alone. Also, I'm pretty sure these raids are significantly faster with the Switch 2 release. So let's see how it goes. Does it do their actual music or is it a Tera raid battle? Okay, it's just the Tera raid battle music. Okay, let me turn that down. That's actually way too loud. There we go. Still too loud for me. So yeah, we're facing the shiny Wo-Chien. I do not know its moveset. I guess we're gonna find out. I would imagine it's probably got like a somewhat diverse moveset. It's also probably what's its ability? Which one does it debuff? Attack. Okay. Yeah, attack. So you probably want to use special attacks against it. Oh, and Ruination. Right. Ruination doing half. Okay. We'll just have to see how that goes. So for the belly drum, let's see. This maxes out our own attack, so the attack debuff doesn't matter. Pollen Puff. That doesn't... Very disadvantage. Sure. Or disadvantageous. Let's go for the player off. How much is it going to do? It missed, of course. Is it going to put up the shield? Snarl, that's fine. I do not know if I also have the... Is it the Shell Bell on this thing? I do not actually remember if it's still equipped. That didn't do anything. Wow. It's paralyzed though, so allies did paralyze it. Hasn't put up its Tera. There it is. There's the Tera shield. Wow, it's actually Pretty bulky. Okay, we'll try with a more type advantageous setup. Stat change is nullified. That's pretty bad. Forgot to do another cut in half for our HP. Oh, I didn't wait for the Giga Drain. That's bad. Yep, that's bad. I can't do the belly drum anymore. Okay, well, I think that's gonna be suffice to say, you're not gonna want to do this setup. Okay. Okay, let's go for a different setup. Okay, so I got my invested Chien Pao. My Chien Pao's Tera type is dark, so that kind of sucks, but regular moves should be fine. Dark grass. Isn't it dark? No, it's it's grass because it's Tera grass, right? But okay, we know it has Ruination, Snarl, Pollen Puff is gonna probably hurt a little bit here, but we might be able to handle it. Actually, no, that I'm thinking about it, it's actually probably not gonna be that good because I don't have any item for this, and it went for Ruination on me instantly. Okay, well, that's actually really bad for us. Sure, I suppose. I should have put Shell Bell on this thing as well. There's Giga Drain, it's gonna hit us with it. I don't know why it's targeting. It's for the mission. Okay, whatever. See, how much does the Icicle Crash here do? Okay, there's a lot. That's pretty good. Can it flinch, please? And went for Pollen Puff. We're dead. Oh no, okay. We're good actually. We're surprisingly enough. Sure. Got the Terrasilize to stop it. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm gonna go for a recover here. Kinda have to. If I want to live. I'd also like to go for higher offensive stats, but don't really have too much of that luxury right now. Nullified stat changes and abilities affecting your side. Yeah, let's also note that Chien Pao does do the -1 on the defense on entry with its own like Sword of Ruin or whatever the ability's called. Dark Pulse, nothing. I had one for +2 there. Probably would have been better to get the Tera type out before I did that. Go ahead and go for the recover. Make sure we're maxed out there. There's definitely a better way to do this, like more efficiently, but just bring someone type advantage with like decent enough recovery-based abilities, and you'll probably be fine. Let's go ahead. It's also poisoned. Not that that's going to do too much here, but still. I just need to get to the point where I can actually Terrasilize Chien Pao. Also, if you have actual healing or like Shell Bell healing on this, it would not be nearly as bad. And he goes for another move. Okay, that's why I'm not too massive on these Tera events, but thankfully it did not hit me. And also a good thing that defeating other opponents does not, negative effect on itself. Doesn't do much for me. Okay. And avoid the attack. That's my luck actually is awful. My luck has been so awful in this battle. Wow. Not this specific battle, but the fight itself. Actually never really struggled this much against a 5-star raid. That's pretty wild. Well, at least you're getting to see my live reaction to it. My general stupidity, I suppose. Can we finally Terrasilize? That'd be great. Thank you for the special attack debuff. It's fine. No big deal. So it seems like you actually, it debuffs attack on entry and special attack with Snarl, so you're going to need to bring some sort of character or Pokemon, whatever the hell, that can actually like buff their offenses consistently and effectively. Also, Wo-Chien is pretty bulky, so a lot of that makes sense. Not even close. Wow. Yeah, none of that is good. Even if I go for Crunch on it, which is the Dark Tera type of, obviously. I mean, it's still not doing that much. It's gonna put up that shield. Even though it does debuff its defense, which is good, but still. Okay. Keep this going, I suppose. We're about to break its shield, though. If the other allies can go for more attacks, that can be really, really good. Constant Giga Drains, though, is definitely annoying. Alright, there we go. One for the Icicle Crash, that breaks the shield. That's good. Still, it's going to recreate it, though. Or it's going to put it back up before the end of the actual fight. Nullified stat changes and abilities affecting this side of fight, yeah. Use Giga Drain again. Yeah, this thing is way too bulky, bro. I've got to find a better Pokemon to use on it. I mean, like a Scizor, like a Tera bug Scizor or something with like a Shell Bell, you know, that would probably be really good. I think I'll get the win. I might get the win in here no matter what anyway, but we're just gonna have to kind of wait and see. And I missed, wow, yeah. That's my luck. Again, my luck is just terrible here. I don't, no. 85% accuracy, no. Yeah, target me, okay. Come on, let me do moves. Wo-Chien did nothing, got it. Wo-Chien did nothing. This is our last recover, so we've pretty much got to beat it before. Yeah, okay, we've got like we got a few more attacks we can take. It's gonna really depend on what those last few attacks are. Brought it down to red at least, that's something, sure. Wow, I expected my Chienpao to do better against this fight. It seems I'm probably going to bring someone special because this thing is way too physically bulky. But that's the bad thing about this is I don't have anyone super. Yeah, okay, we're done. Yeah, wow. That's not good. Okay, physical bulk. Gotta love that. Yeah, bring someone special. It's gonna do better, man. That's gonna do better. Okay, let's find some options, I suppose. Wow, that's embarrassing. Bro, literally every Pokemon I've trained is special. This is actually absurd. Look at this thing's stats right here. Okay, 135 special defense. Yeah, it's not going to do good against that. So actually, physical attacks were the way to go in that fight. Damn, what is making it so bulky? Like, is there actually anything? Let's take a look at like what they recommend raids and counters. I mean, Giga Drain, Dark Pulse, Snarl, and Pollen Puff. We figured that out. Shiny odds, it's guaranteed. Can also use Ruination and Leaf Storm. Yeah, mid fight, right? Yeah, it'll get self-play resets, stat resets, Tera Energy Shield. Use Ruination turn 1. I mean, best counters, yeah. Ceruledge, that makes sense. I don't know what the hell. Slitherwing, yeah, Slitherwing. Other counters being like Magmortar, Iron Moth, like he's wow. Tera type Fire on Ceruledge. I mean, yeah, like a big physical attacker probably. Sunny Day, Swords Dance, Bitter Blade. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Plenty. It's just. Ooh, buddy, it's a lot of options to fight against that thing. You could also probably go for like a Tera Bug Scizor. I don't have a trained up Scizor. I could try one. I could try a invested sword. Hold on. I'm gonna invest in a Scizor and we're gonna see how that kind of goes. Okay, so what I did was I built up a Scizor. All right, it's got a Shell Bell. Wherever you can see items. I don't quite know. But it's got Swarm, Bug-type moves when HP is low, you know, in case we get there. And I gave it Skitter Smack, Iron Head, X-Scissor, and Swords Dance. Skitter Smack will debuff special attack. It does a little bit less damage than X-Scissor. X-Scissor will be our main damaging move. Swords Dance for attack buffing, so we can also, like, heal better. And also, Scizor is resistant against all of this thing's attacks. All of them. Resists all of them. Obviously, Ruination can still hurt, so... I think Scizor's got a fair shot. Scizor is probably one of the better options to bring. I gave it an Adamant Nature. I maxed out its attack, all of its IVs, and also gave it its HP and attack EVs. So hopefully we'll be good here. Thing with this Pokemon is the big thing is that it uses all special attacks. So if you can find a way to gain resistance to special damage or debuff the special attack or whatever, you'll be cooking. All right, that's what we're gonna kind of hope for here. And also hope that like earlier on it doesn't attack us with Ruination specifically. If it does, we'll just have to like kind of play around with it. Also, obviously, there's better ways to do this. I mean, go follow other guides. I'm just kind of doing this for myself, see how it goes. Yeah, attack debuff is... It's annoying, but whatever. Thankfully, they did not use Ruination on Scizor, used on the Arcanine, which I would have rather than used on the Belly Bolt, but whatever. Can't do much about that. Go for our Swords Dances here. Probably going to try and go for 2, and then go for some Skitter Smacks. Dark Pulse. I forgot, right. No, this is the I forgot. Later generations, Steel doesn't resist Dark. Okay, so Dark type attacks are neutral, but thankfully, Leaf Storm and Pollen Puff are both, yeah, not very effective against us. Let's go for some Skitter Smacks. Okay. I I know I complained about being unlucky, and I was like, you know, maybe it was not too warranted, but like, come on. You can't make this shit up. I've missed like 4 attacks, basically, out of all these moves that have like 80 some accuracy, 90 some accuracy. Come on. And it gave, and like that's when it gained energy, like, you know, when I'm low HP. Come on. Yeah, okay, sure. Sure, man. Yeah, it's my fault. My fault, Chief. Sorry. There we go. Good damage. Good damage through the shield and debuff special attack. Healing us up a little bit, nothing crazy. It will be healing more once we're able to Tera and also get rid of its own shield. Thankfully, it's doing for Pollen Puffs, which just do not do anything to us. No big deal there. Null if its stat changes and abilities affecting our side. I'm not going to get that back until we actually use... until we get our Terrestrialization up. Because that's the only real time it's actually worth doing it. It's not really worth using Swords Dance at this point. At least not to me. Also, in these cases, it's usually better to go for weather, because that's why a lot of like fire types are recommended for this fight, because sun is not going to go down because of debuffing or whatever. Like where Wo-Chien's going to keep its stats, keep our stats debuffed, or try to. Sun, it can't do anything to, so that's a effectively permanent buff for as long as sun can last for. And of course, it's going to be better to do this with other people. Goes for Leaf Storm, hits the Arcanine. Doesn't matter who it really hit. It would have been better to hit me, just because it's already so debuffed and I'm level resistant. It removed the negative effects from itself. Alright, let's go ahead and go for the Terrestrialization Swords Dance, and then we'll start going for some X-Scissors. See what it can do here. We gotta just defeat this. I'm gonna defeat the thing probably once in this video, and then maybe a few more times off camera just for fun. And then after that, we'll call it quits there. It should not be that difficult. It's not really that bad of a fight. Just bring something type advantageous, you'll be fine. I say that after I brought... Okay, granted, if my Wo-Chien was... Or not Wo-Chien, my Chien-Pao was Tera Ice, I think we would have won that without much problem. But sadly, was not. There we go. Massive damage done. Should be a pretty big heal, too. Yep, pretty big heal. So yeah, Scissors is just completely resistant to all of its attacks. The only thing you really have to worry about with running like a Scizor or like someone like this, like anyone who's really running like Swords Dance or Belly Drum or whatever, is the constant debuffs. Did not mean to go for Skitter Smack there, but it's okay. This should knock down the Tera. Yeah, the Tera shield's gone. Okay, we're good. Tera shield's gone. Special attack is debuff. We are back to full HP. Yep. Even +2, like +3, something like, or +2, like +2, +4 Scizor. Like it's good. It's good. It'll cook. It'll cook. Bigger Drain, no big deal at all. No one cares. It's okay, bud. A crit. Okay. The big issue with this is how long these take, man. It actually takes so long to do this because it keeps healing or like trying to debuff or animations. But thankfully, Scizor does not tend to care here. It might be more worthwhile to go for a Swords Dance and then go for X-Scissor, but it'll be fine. Now at this point, I'll go for another Swords Dance combination. Removing negative effects from itself. Alright. I removed its debuffs, but at this point it shouldn't matter. It's already so weakened, and of course using Leaf Storm when it does, obviously is going to end up doing a pretty big amount. Double attack, it's no big deal, it's fine. Go ahead and go for X-Scissor again, just for the damage. There we go. Make sure we don't miss. That's a fucking huge one. Don't miss. There we go, all the way down to the red. Should heal us near to full. Yeah, full HP. So yeah, Scizor's a massive counter for this raid. It might take longer, clearly, but it's no big deal. Yeah, honestly, if you want, outside of like, if you want to do like the debuffs with Skitter Smack for the Tera parts, like when it has its Tera shield up before you Terrestrialize, that's fair. But once you are able to Terrestrialize, Swords Dance and spam X's the whole time just for the healing, and then as much damage as possible. You can hit basically through all of its damage, but that should be it. Battle done. Very simple. Good shiny, by the way. I do like it. It's sadly going to fade into the abyss. We cannot catch it here. We're going to have to wait for the event as long as we all hit 1 million, which we should. Should not be that hard. Bitter and Sour Herb and Mystica. Wow. A lot of Grass Tera Shards. If you need to farm Grass Tera Shards, there you go. A bunch of record. I mean, that's a lot of rewards, man. Wow. Okay, sure. Yeah, alright. Well, there we go. That was the Tera raid against Wo-Chien. A bit harder, I felt, for a 5-star raid battle, but at the same time, it's a pretty bulky Pokemon. I don't think Chien-Pao or Chi-Yu will be nearly that hard. Ting-Lu, I think... Let's go actually take a look at the other one's stats real quick. Let me just pause my game here so I don't get... Okay. So I don't get swarmed by a bunch of other Pokemon. Okay. Let's actually pull up the other ruins here. I gotta redo my setup here. I hate having to record a video using gameplay and also have to use my mic because it tends to mess up so much. It messes up my recording just because of how I have to angle myself. So I'm sorry if the audio quality kind of went crappy there, but it happens. So yeah, Wo-Chien, we look at the stat distribution of this thing. Very high special defense. You're going to want to bring a physical attacker to it, even though the defense and HP are pretty... They're not high, but they're like... Yeah, it does a lot of debuffing and stuff, so you're going to have to really account for that a lot of times in the fight. Chien Pao is going to go for defensive debuffs. It's going to hit hard. It is going to hit hard, so bring something that's physically bulky or at least is able to handle its issues of debuffing defense. For me, I think I'm going to go ahead and bring Azumarill to this fight. It's going to be Tera Dark. No, it's going to be Tera Ice, isn't it? It should be Tera Ice. I would imagine it's... Hold on. Wo-Chien appears. Yeah, Chien Pao is going to be Tera Ice. Okay, so maybe I won't actually bring... I could bring the Tera Scizor again. I could bring the Scizor. Body Press could be a very good strat to go for against this thing, because this thing likes to debuff your defense, right? So, gotta be careful of its high offensive ability here. It shouldn't be it should be pretty frail, though, so if you can, like, deal with its offensive attacks for a little bit to just basically one-shot it, that's a very viable strat. Tinglu. Tinglu is very physically bulky, and it has a lot of HP. It's probably going to be pretty bad. It also is able to debuff special attacks, so you're going to really need some high-powered special attacks to go against this thing. Ground weakness, I mean... Let's bring a Kyogre over, see how that goes. We'll have to see. I mean, there's Palkia, right? There's a lot of high-powered options that could fight this thing. And then Chi-Yu, kind of like the special version of, yeah, Wo-Chien. Very low HP, though, or Chien Pao. Very low HP. Very low HP, bring a physical attacker, so it's going to be fire type, ground type, rock type, those things that have pretty high... Not pretty high, I mean, they don't have good special defense, but something with at least that good typing, like to resist fire attacks and stuff. That'd probably be your best bet. We'll have to see, though. So, I'll be back in a few weeks whenever we actually get the Chien Pao raids, and then after that, Tinglu, and then Chi-Yu. Yeah, so let me know what y'all think about the Wo-Chien raids. We got ourselves the first one done, at least for me. Let's hope that we've hit that million. I don't really want to stress that too much. We'll have to see, though. So anyway, I'll see you later. I hope y'all enjoyed. Do your raids. All right. Peace.